10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000. And they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City. If you or a loved one is being discharged from the hospital and in need of rehabilitation, then look no further than Nova Health and Rehab, a 4-star facility in Weber City, Virginia. They offer a wide variety of services, including skilled nursing, physical, occupational, speech therapies, and outpatient services as well. Tell your doctor or case manager at the hospital that you want to go to Nova Health and Rehab Center, where you will find a home-like environment during your stay. Please call 276-477-5640. Again, that's 276-477-5640. Nova Health and Rehab is a Sabre Healthcare Group facility.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
All right, so we are back here. About 7 minutes left of halftime. Again, thank you all for listening. Again, sometimes I think that the noise sometimes will knock us off the air. Just, I don't know. Again, when everything peaks. So again, thank you for everybody. And if we do go off the air, please let us know. Again, we'll do everything we can to get back on. But anyway, great.
There was a little bit of noise right there at the buzzer, wasn't
exactly. Again, very much, again, back and forth. Good basketball game so far. Oak Hill led by as many as 7. Of course, Gate City, they've had a couple 3-point leads. Right now they've got a 2-point lead, 37-35. As you've got the stats, Chris, take us around.
I think I do. For the first half, Bradley Dean right now sitting on 21 points. He's the top scorer for both teams. John Compton has 4, Andrew Hensley has 5, David George has 3, and John Sally has 4. When you look on the Oak Hill side, Trey Chapman has 4 points, Thomas Reed has 5, Marcus Malashitz has 5. Am I saying that correctly? Malashitz, okay. Owen Chin has 11, Abdul Rahim has 2, Michael Hill has 4, and Just Banks has 4, which puts your halftime score, Gay City 37, Oak Hill 35. When we look on the defensive side, Bradley Dean is leading the way right now for Gay City with 4 rebounds, but close behind is John Compton with 3 and 1 steal. Andrew Hensley has 3 rebounds. Dondre Mack has a couple. David George has 2. Jacob Taylor has 2. And John Sally has 2. When you look at the Oak Hill side, I've just been keeping a total team tally for them, though. They have 16 total rebounds right now. And that's, just did quick math. Oh, I'm sorry, Isaac Vincent had a rebound. So it looks like Gay City's out-rebounding them now. If my math's skimming really quick, it looks like Gay City's ahead 19-16 in rebounds.
Again, that bodes well for the Blue Devils, because we talked about that, Trey Chapman and a Justin Banks, 6'5" junior for Oak Hill, and of course Chapman, 6'4" junior, really has a lot of athleticism, a lot of size inside. But we've been able to negate that so far.
Well, I noticed something with Gay City pulling up and shooting those quick threes. They're getting most of those rebounds. The Gay City team is playing kind of out around the perimeter, and when the ball's either going in on the three-pointers or it's hitting the rim and bouncing straight back into Gay City's arms, and that's working to their advantage. Maybe that's part of their game plans to pull up and shoot those quick threes.
Of course, that will pull those defenders out, creating some lanes. Of course, they had a little bit of success there. Of course, George was wide open for that bucket right at the buzzer. So,
well, and I think that kind of goes back to what you're saying. Oak Hill pulled back out, anticipating another three, and there's George right in the middle. That's about like ignoring John Sally on an inbound.
Yep, and it happened. So, again, about 4 minutes left here before the second half. Again, Gate City with a 37-35 lead. Next week, we will be on the road making the Tennessee swing, as they say. We'll be at Daniel Boone High School on Tuesday night. Then we'll come back to Kingsport and watch our Blue Devils take on the Indians of Dobbins-Bennett High School. And then we'll finish the week on Saturday. We'll have a special Saturday episode of our show. Again, we'll be covering Gate City as they are at the Dyer Center, or Dyer Dome, as Coach Dyer at Sullivan East announced that
he'll be
retiring
at
the end of the season. So, again, of course, that's going to be a big night.
Is that Saturday game? Do you know the game time on that? Is it 8 o'clock for the boys?
Don't know as of yet. So,
okay.
So make sure, folks, that you stay with us. Again, we'll post everything on through our social media outlets.
I'm usually the last one you tell, so I just thought I'd get a head start on everybody.
Exactly. So, all righty. Well, we're about 2.5 minutes away, so we'll take another quick break. Come back. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports here on the Campus Drive-In Halftime Show. 37-35. Gate City with a lead.
When it comes to health, it's personal. This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine?
30 to 40% of Americans have sleep issues every year, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. When sleep disorders last longer than 1 month, they are classified as chronic sleep disorders and results in mood swings, our physical wellness, and our overall happiness. The natural sleep hormone is called melatonin. Many individuals turn to prescription medications to try to address sleep disorders, but some medications actually block the production of melatonin. If you have questions about your medicines or have sleep problems, we invite you to ask our pharmacists at Premier Pharmacy for safe, effective recommendations to help restore your natural sleep cycle.
This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. 25 years of creating personalized medicine. 109 Jack White Drive, Kingsport. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Whether you need to grab a quick bite before the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see your friends at the Campus Drive-In, just down the road from Gate City High School. They have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Campus Drive-In has supported Blue Devil Sports for over 60 years, and once again, they are the proud sponsors of our halftime show here on Gate City Sports Radio. Please follow them on Facebook and place your call-in orders by dialing 276-386-3702. That's 276-386-3702.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
All right, and we are back here live from Middle School Gymnasium as Gate City has that 37-35 lead. You know, Chris, we talked about that sort of the mystique of Oak Hill Academy. You know, they've done all this and they've had all these Division I players, and Gate City really didn't come out. They weren't intimidated by the name on the jersey. You know, sometimes you see that in high school sports. It wasn't true tonight.
And, you know, Oak Hill, they're not just a nationally known school. They are world-renowned for their basketball program, but it hasn't fazed the boys in blue. In fact, right now they got that 2-point lead.
So, again, Gate City Week will be going right to left to right, on your radio dial. Again, we are on the home side that has the score table on it. So for all those that know the gymnasium, again, Gate City will be going to the home side, which is to the right-hand side. So, again, 8-minute quarters as Oak Hill out on the court. Again, same starting lineup. You got Chapman, Reed, Malashitz, Chin, and you've also got number 31. That's Justin Banks. Starting off for Gate City will be Mack, Dean, Ghost, Compton, and Sally. Same starting five for each team to start the second half. And we are underway as DeAndre Mack inbounds it to to Dean, and here comes Dean as they try to run their first offensive play of the second half. Passes inside, a little bit high. Dean was trying to get Ghost involved. A little bit too high, though, went out of bounds. Turnover, and the ball goes over to Oak Hill Academy. Ball's being brought down again. They've got it from Malashitz to Chin. Chin's got it being guarded by DeAndre Mack around half court.
He walked, Joe. He walked, and they didn't call it.
So,
sorry.
As backing his way down, Justin Banks against Sally. Started off, it was probably about a 10-foot. He backed him down, got him down on the rim. Shots up and good. We've got a tie ball game at 37 with 7:15 left here in the third quarter. Compton with the basketball at the top of the key. Again, he's got it now. Passes over to Dean. He's at the volleyball line once again. Dean this time being guarded by Chapman. A little bit of change up for Oak Hill. Putting a more physical player on him as he drives. Shot is up. Shot is good. 2 more for Dean. Chapman couldn't keep him out of the paint that time as Chin brings the ball down. Gate City with a 2-point lead.
Joe, keep your eye on Banks. He's been talking a little trash down there and playing a little bit of rough ball. Something may erupt down here before the game's over. As Chapman goes up, shot no good. Compton comes down with it, passes off to Dean. Dean's going to bring it down the court.
Dean's got it across the timeline, and he's going to try to drive. Shot is up. Shot is no good. Rebounded, though, by Ghost. Will go out of bounds on Malashitz, and Gate City with the ball.
Let's see. Nobody apparently wants to throw it in for Gate City right now after Malashitz knocked it out. Compton's going to.
Thomas Reed wasn't about to let him bring the ball in as they finally get in to Sally. Sally kicks it up to Dean at the top of the key. Shots up. Shot is in. 3 more for Mr. Dean. You know, Chris, they've made that move. Chapman now guarding Dean, and Dean has lit him up for 5 points.
Dean's got 6 3-pointers on the night so far as Chapman brings the ball in, drives into the paint, plants, shot up, no good. And someone for Oak Hill came down on Ghost's back and then rolled out of bounds. It looks like they're going to call
on Sally.
They're going to call Sally with the foul. Okay.
Well, it's Sally. As Sally looked like he was doing a squat with a Oak Hill player.
Was that Sally? I thought that was Ghost. Okay.
Yeah, he was doing a squat with him on his back, and they're going to say that foul was on Sally. First foul of the second half for either team. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by DeAndre Mack. And here comes Bradley Dean and the Blue Devils as they lead by 5, 42-37. 5:47 left here, third quarter. Dean drives in, shots up, shot is in. 2 more for Bradley Dean. And it's a 7-point lead. It's the biggest lead of the night for Gate City. Here comes Malashitz as he's got the basketball. He's going to try to drive all the way in, passes around, knocked away, stolen by John Compton. Gate City in the midst of a 7-0 run, passes up, good by DeAndre Mack. And the Warriors have seen enough. They said, let's stop the bleeding. 46-37.
Joe, Oak Hill is just completely out of their game right now. They made a quick inbound pass Chapman did to Banks, and it just hit Banks right in the face and fell into Compton's hands. He was nowhere near ready for that.
You know, they've come out and just not really focused. The biggest thing that I saw, of course, Chapman now guarding Dean, but Dean a lot faster. Chapman, bigger physical player. But right now, of course, and as you mentioned, Banks, again, 6'5" junior, a little more athletic than Sally, getting some positioning. So that'll be interesting to see if they go back to that as they had some success just a moment ago. 46-37, though. Gate City now with a 9-point advantage, biggest of the night. 5:21 left as Gate City with some idle pressure here as Chin tries to bring the basketball up, being guarded by DeAndre Mack. Mack playing him well. Again, Chin trying to get their offense set. Gets to Malashitz, who's being guarded by John Compton. He's going to drive, shots up, and good. 2 more for Marcus Malashitz, and it's 5 minutes left. 46-39. Dean pulls up. Dean puts it in. Give him 3. It's a 10-point lead for Gate City. DeAndre Mack playing Chin. Again, once again, tough defense. As now Luke Reed, talk about defense, the defensive stopper. He's in to play Abdul Rahim, who's checked into the ballgame for Oak Hill. Gate City a lot more active here in this second half defensively as they're not giving anything inside. His shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Bradley Dean. And the Blue Devils with a 10-point lead looks to add as Dean brings it across half-court line. Passes over the corner to Compton. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded, though, by John Sally. Picks it up, kicks it back out to Bradley Dean as he tries to reset the offense. We've played 4 minutes. And Compton's got the basketball once again. Shots up, shots good. 3-pointer. And the Blue Devils now lead by 13, 52-39. as Oak Hill will bring the ball across court. Thomas Reed now kind of running